So, hi guys, good evening. I am Cedric Mosqueda and I am the first reporter of the topic Marxism. So, before we jump off sa topic natin guys, let's read our objectives muna. So, at the end of the lesson, you should be able to first define Marxism and its key concepts. Second, examine the core principles of Marxism, such as class struggle and dialectical materialism. And the last one and the third one is to analyze the impact of Marxism on political and economic systems around the world. So, makikita natin dito guys, this is Karl Heinrich Marx. So, he is one of the writers of the theory Marxism, guys. So, let me share this, guys. First impression ko talaga dito nung hindi ko pa nabasa yung mga kasunod sa topic na to is akala ko talaga siya yung siya yung siya lang yung writer, siya lang yung nagsulat ng about the topic Marxism kasi makikita naman natin 'di ba sa last name niya Marx, which is connected dun sa ano natin Marxism. Dinagdagan lang ng I, S at saka M. So, yun lang. Share ko lang guys. Kasi yun yung nakita ko eh. Wala lang. So, let's bumalik na tayo sa topic natin. So, this is Karl Heinrich Marx. He is born in May 5, 1818. He is a philosopher, political economist, historian, and sociologist. He converted as a Christian and he is the founder of communism. Marx was a German philosopher, economist, sociologist, historian, journalist, and revolutionary socialist. Marx's works in economics laid the basis for the current understanding of labor and its relation to the capital, and has influenced much of subsequent economic thoughts. So, yung mga gawa ni Karl Marx is in economics is nakabase lang sa mga current understanding niya lalo sa labor and its relation to the capital, which is malalaman natin mamaya, and has influenced much of subsequent economic thoughts. Let's continue guys. Naghang yung cellphone ko. So, next is, what is Marxism? Marxism is based on a materialist understanding of societal development, taking at its starting point the necessary economic activities required by human society to provide for its material needs. The form of economic organization or mode of production is understood to be the basis from which the majority of other social phenomena, including social relations, political and legal systems, morality, and ideology, arise. So, isa-sum up ko lang tong slide na to guys para mas maintindihan nyo yung meaning ng Marxism. So, Marxism is a theory of paniniwala na ang mga kapitalista ang main reason kung bakit naghihirap ang isang society or kung bakit naghihirap ang mga naninirahan sa isang society. Now, let me tell you the two opposing sides of Marxism guys, which is wala dito sa PPT namin. The first one is the capitalists and the second one is the workers. Now, when we say capitalists or kapitalista in Tagalog, what does it mean? Kapitalista ang nagmamay-ari ng kapital o namumuhunan. or in other words guys, sila yung mga negosyante. They are the ones who's controlling the paglabas and pagpasok ng mga produkto at serbisyo sa isang society. And also guys, capitalists are also recognized as powerful and influential ones when it comes to economy. And also guys, additional lang, ang mga Ang mga taong naniniwala ang mga taong naniniwala sa teorya ng Marxism is they're called Marxist. Marxist. E-M-A-R-X-I-S-Y. Marxist. Yan yung mga tawag sa mga taong naniniwala sa Marxism. Next slide. But wait, all Marxist theories are not written solely by Karl Marx. So gaya nga ng sabi ko kanina, yung nagbigay tayo ng background about kay Karl Marx. Sabi ko sa inyo na hindi lang siya yung nagsulat ng about sa Marxism. And next one is lifelong friend and supporter Friedrich Engels too. So Friedrich Engels was a German philosopher, social scientist, journalist, and businessman. He founded Marxist theory together with Karl Marx in 1845. He published The Condition of the Working Class in England based on personal observation and research in Manchester. So, siya yung katulong ni Karl Marx na magsulat about sa teoryang Marxism. His name is Friedrich Engels. So, additional lang din guys, additional information about Karl Marx guys. He published two controversial books titled Communist Manifesto and Das Kapital. These books criticizes the abusive capitals which serve as the foundation of Marxism. So that's guys. Now let's move on into our next topic, which is the six stages of Marxism. So ang itatakal ko lang dito guys ay dalawang uri lang kasi yung merong magtatakal sa iba, which is yung kasama ko sa reporting na to. So the first one, so this is the six stages of Marxism, guys. Capitalism, primitive stage, slavery, feudalism, communism, and socialism. So let's move on into the capitalism. So when we say capitalism, what does it mean, guys? Capitalism is an economic system where private individuals and businesses own and operate the means of production, such as factories, land, and resources. The goal is to generate profits by creating goods and services that people want to buy. So, capitalism, guys, is only focusing on their private businesses, guys, mga sarili nilang businesses and private, such as example factories, land, and resources, and their only goal is to generate profits by creating goods na kailangan lang ng mga tao. Yan yung focus ng capitalism, guys. And there are key characteristics of capitalism, guys. Number one is the private ownership. Gaya ng sabi ko kanina, ang capitalism ay nagpo-focus lang sa kanilang mga private businesses. Individuals and businesses own the means of production. Second one is free market. Prices and production are determined by supply and demand and competitive market. Number three, profit motive. Businesses aim to maximize profits. So, yes guys, that's true. Gaya na sabi ko kanina, ang goal lang ng capitalism is to generate profits or to maximize their profits. And number four is limited government interventions. Governments generally don't control the economy but may regulate certain aspects. So, bakit limitado lang yung pangingialam ng gobyerno sa capitalism, guys? Since capitalism is nasa definition, private lang siya, guys. So, walang masyadong pangingialam na magagawa yung gobyerno kasi nga private siya, guys. Hindi nila property yan, unlike sa mga public na negosyo na pwede nilang pakialaman. So next is individual initiative. People are free to pursue their own economic interest and innovate. So that's the capitalism, guys. And next is the advantages and disadvantages of capitalism na may mga nasabi na ako kanina. So, capitalism, advantages of capitalism, guys, is economic growth, innovation, and efficiency. But it can also lead to their disadvantages, which is the income inequality, market failures, and environmental concerns. So that's the advantages and disadvantages of capitalism, guys. So next we have here the primitive stage. So when we say primitive stage, what does it mean? The primitive stage refers to the earliest stage of human societal development characterized by a simple nomadic and tribal way of life. So when we say nomadic, guys, is yung nagsasama sila as a group, para nagsasama sila. Lalaman natin yan mamaya because itatakal din natin yan. And during this stage, people live in small, kin-based groups and their primary focus was on survival and basic needs. So, yan yung ibig sabihin ng primitive stage, guys. Primitive. The word itself. Um, mga nakasanayan dati. Ganyan yung primitive stage. And some common features of primitive stage include hunter-gatherer economy. People obtain food by hunting, gathering, and fishing. Number two, nomadic lifestyle. Ito yung sinabi ko kanina. Nomadic lifestyle is groups move seasonally or periodically to find food, shelter, and other resources. So, sila guys, pack sila guys, group sila na magsasama para maghanap ng pagkain and matitirahan. Oo. Unlike sa yung una guys, yung hunter-gatherer, um, meron lang kasi yung ano guys, yung hunter-gatherer economy is meron silang tagahanap ng pagkain nila nakakainin, which is yung mga tinatawag na hunters. Sila yung mga naghahunt ng food, sila yung mga nangingisda para may pakain sila sa kanilang um, mga pamilya or sa kanilang grupo. So next is tribal organization. Societies were organized into small, kin-based groups, often with a shared language, culture, and traditions. Number four is simple tools and technology. People use basic tools made from stone, wood, and bone. Alam na natin yan, guys. Five is limited social hierarchy. So societies were relative egalitarian with minimal social stratification. So that's it, guys. And excuse me. The primitive stage is often associated with the Paleolithic era, which spanned approximately 2.6 million years ago to around 10,000 years ago. And also, guys, keep in mind that the term primitive can somewhat misleading as it implies negative or inferior connotation. A more neutral term such as early or emergent might be more accurate when describing the stage of human societal development. So that's my part, guys, of this lesson, and thank you for listening, and goodbye. Have a nice day.